Hello, everyone. It is Tuesday. How are you tonight? How are you this Tuesday night? Ah, what is happening in your world this Tuesday? What are you grateful for this Tuesday? Hey, Kitty, how are you tonight? How are things in Illinois today? Hope all is well with you and you had a fabulous day. We were hustling. It's been a busy day. I've had a busy day. I haven't had time to take a breath yet. I need to. I got to write one more thing on my list for tomorrow. And write it down before I forget. Not enough hours in the day today. Hey, Adele and Dazzle are here. Dazzle, it's treat time. Lots of incoming. Yeah, we had that going on. And lots of inventory prep going on. We are broadcasting on Facebook and YouTube tonight. So you have any problems with Facebook, you can hop right on over to YouTube. It was a cool day. Raw in the 50s today. Today we had shoppers in clothing and online today. A little bit of furniture. It's been a seesaw, but however we get there, we shipped a lot of packages today. Kept on printing labels, which is good. Ultimately, I don't care how they get there. Although looking at the shipping increases, I got to look at that too. Because the holiday surge pricing is in effect. And there were some decent increases in prices across that for some things. Hey, Kelly, how are you tonight? A comfy couch? How do I sign me up for one of those? I got to get me one of those. Well, you guys are between me and a comfy couch while I end dinner and probably 5 other things tonight. I started early. I had a very early morning downtown business meeting, so I had to go to that, and that had me off and going out early today, and going long. But things are good. Things are good. Let's get started with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start every night. Tonight, we're on page 10 if you're following along in the book. Good morning. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna fail. You're gonna get back up. You're gonna break hearts. You're gonna change minds. You're gonna make some noise. You're gonna make music. You're gonna be late. Let's go. I'm good at that being late part. But you guys already know that. Because it is more ish than 8. It is more ish than 8 tonight. But that's okay. We all showed up, and that's what's important. That is what's important on this Tuesday night, the 5th. The 5th of October, people. The 5th of October. Rocktober is what we're calling it. Rocktober, because we are rocking our way through. We're going to rock it right through to the end of the year here. We are going to do some amazing things and be amazingly busy. I'm so excited about what the future has for us and how we're going to get there. So I gave you a little bit of homework last night. Well, let me first get our quote of the day. The ability to see order in chaos is called creativity. Our quote from Simon tonight. The ability to see order in chaos is called creativity. So I gave you a little homework last night. The homework I gave you, the challenge I gave you, or the question I threw out to you, however you want to wrap your mind about it, is There's no I in team. There's no I in team was the quote I threw out to you last night. And my question to you is that true? So my question to you, is there no I in team? And that was the question that I threw out to you last night. Did anyone give that some thought? Did you crunch on that? Or are you scrounging through the couch cushions saying, Neil gave us homework last night? Neil challenged us with a question? Where's Neil going with this? I think Dazzle went off for a nap on that one. Dazzle's like, oh, that sounds like Neil's trying to go deep here on us. And I'm not sure I'm ready for deep. That's what Dazzle's saying. Well, hey, Barb Gallo, how are you tonight? Great to have you here in Pittsburgh. So, you know, lots of individuals joining together to reach a joint goal. Well, you know, that is true. So let's think of team in the non-business sense for a second, okay? And tonight the Red Sox and Yankees are playing, an old sports rivalry, right? You couldn't get a ticket tonight for less than $500, you know, to the game. An old sports rivalry. One of them will go on to the playoffs. One of them will have the rest of the fall off. Hey, Angie, Florida Angie's with us. I gotta call you. I keep on thinking about it, but I think about it at weird times. And I don't want to weird time you. Hey, Jennifer in Florida, how are you? Great to have you here. So let's think of team in that for a second, and then we'll bring it back to business. Okay. Hey, Nebraska this week. Nebraska Angie. Whoa, Nebraska Angie. I hope all is well in Nebraska. Say hi to mom and sis. Hope all is well there. And the grandkids. The grands. Okay, so in a sense of a team, you have all these players on this baseball team. And they have a common goal, okay? They want to win the championship. They want to be World Series champions, okay? But that team, like you said, Kelly, is made up of individuals. Made up of individuals. And is their only goal of those individuals the team goal? Think about that. As individuals, we have lots of goals. Okay. Lots of goals. Okay. And we come together as a team because we want to win the World Series. But I might have an individual goal and I might want to be the best pitcher or the fastest pitcher or the best hitter. Okay. Which is an individual goal. I may want to earn lots of money, and that helps me do things for my family, or send my kids to private school, or buy a fancy car, or go on vacation. I have lots of individual goals. Did I mention Disney in 41 days? You know, so, hey, Julie Jankowicz is with us. How are you, Julie? Great to have you here. So foregoing the individual, okay, in a team loses the fact that an individual has a choice in how they show up. Yes, these players that are playing tonight want to win a championship, okay? But they have a choice in how they show up, or whether they even show up at all. They have a choice of when they step onto the field, if whether they say, it's showtime, and here I am to achieve this common goal, okay, of winning the World Series, which then helps me achieve my family's goals, my personal goals, the goals that I want to achieve. So the path to a goal is not the same for everybody. The path to a goal, even a team goal, is not the same for everyone. You know, you've heard me say it many times in business, okay? When you cross the threshold, it's showtime. It's showtime. And it is. It is. Yeah. Oh, I am talking about your employees. I'm bringing this back to business, and I know I'm doing it on I'm talking about a lot of things in a short time, and we may have to do this over a couple nights so it all sinks in. But, you know, you have a choice to walk across that threshold into the store and say, it's showtime. But, you know, for the store's goals, for your business's goals, okay, they need to understand what the goal is for the team that they are playing on. And it's also important to know, okay, and understand and respect individual drive. You know, I mean, as business owners, you so often talk about, so when I'm sitting with a bunch of business owners like I am tonight, okay, so often, well, nobody will ever work like I do. Well, you're right. They won't. They're not going to work like a crazy woman. They're not going to work like a crazy woman. Okay? They just aren't. Okay? They aren't wired like that. But they will be amazing for your team if you know why they show up. They show up for more than a paycheck. They show up for a sense of community. They show up to fulfill your goals, the goals of the business, okay, because it helps them fulfill their goals. It helps them feed their family. It helps send their kids to school. It helps them go on vacation. What are your goals? One of the interview questions that I like to ask is, how does this position help you grow to fulfill a future goal? How does this get you where you want to be? You know, if you want to get your education, if you're going to school, if you are whatever you are doing, how does this help you get there? Does this job allow you to spend more time with your family? You know, I have one that just wanted to be happy. She was miserable in her other jobs. Miserable. And she's happy at work every day. Her husband doesn't recognize her because she comes home happy every day. Okay? Work doesn't have to make you unhappy. And that doesn't mean she doesn't work hard or we don't have things. Okay? Great teams come together. Great teams come together when you have people through their individual choice, okay, come to be part of a team. Happy is a good goal, okay, through their individual goals, come to be a team, okay, and care where you're going. And what's more, okay, care where you're going, and they care why. They care where you are going. Okay, where is this business going? Where is this team going? And I care why. Okay, so I put aside my individual, okay, to come together for the team. Okay, I am an individual. Okay. And you care. You care why. So I care where we're going and I care why. It's about more than a paycheck. If you're just here for a paycheck, I mean, you're not going to have your best performers. And you see that on teams. You see that in professional sports. Okay, where they're not at their best, where they could be better. Okay. And you see that in business. You're not here to melt into the group. You're not here to lose your I when you're part of a team. I would argue that team is actually spelled T-E-I-M. Okay. And that there is an I in team. And I was having that conversation the other day, and there was like, well, that's why you have an EI instead of EA in Neil. Okay. And I'm like, well, that's funny. Okay. It was funny that the person I was speaking with actually picked up on that. And I say that because you talk about choice and you talk about team and you talk about, dividing your ultimate choice. And that was my mother. And I talk about Jewish mother syndrome and everything else, but I was the oops baby. And my mother wanted individual choice. By the time it got down to me, she wanted to choose the name. She didn't want to use a family name. Okay. And so my name was her name she picked. Okay. And then she didn't want to follow convention at the time. And so she chose the way it was spelled. Okay. So there was individual choice in an effort to create Neil, which was a team effort. I'm just saying here. Okay, I went off topic there. I went off the rails just a little bit. But you're not here to melt into the group. And you're also not here to do it on your own. Okay? Look at the teams, okay, where they have the one player that's trying to do everything. You see it in football sometimes. The quarterback who's trying to who can never find anybody to pass to. So they decide, I'll just run it myself and I'll just run it into the end zone. And they're always trying to hot shot it. Okay. You always see that person. Well, they care more about their individualism. Okay. Than they do. Well, Brady has had his moments with it. Dak Prescott, there's been lots of players like that. Okay, they get too big for their ego. Okay, I often, people are like, Neil, you're this. I'm no ego. This is who I am. I am who I am. I'm a really simple guy. You can't. But it's more than just saying check your ego at the door, because you want the individualism. You want their individual contribution. Okay, but you want them to recognize, okay, why they are here, because you care where the team is going, not just where you're going, where the team is going. And you care why. Okay, and that is when things work. And you see it with professional teams, and you've seen it, I've even written about it with the Patriots, okay, where they've had things where they were not doing their job. They've had seasons where they sucked for the first half of the season. Sucked, even when we had Brady. And we sucked because they were working on individuals on the team instead of as a team. They were not working for a common goal. They did not have where they were going, okay? So that none of them cared where they were going, and they didn't know why they were there. But when they did amazing things. When they did their jobs, when they wore the crown as a team, okay? When they wore the crown of greatness as a team. And keep in mind, I'm making these sports references because as I'm here coaching you on this, as I'm here really coaching you on this concept, okay, you have to remember that you are your team's coach. You are your team's coach, and you have to coach your team and your leadership on that, okay? I was there today in meeting with one of my managers and coaching them and talking about it because so that frees us up to grow this business in ways that I don't even know necessarily how we will, where our next level up is going to be, but we are going to level up. We are going to grow this so that we have future positions for these people that we are developing. Okay, so that our supervisors can become assistant managers. So our assistant managers can become managers. So our managers can become district managers or managers of something different. We are going to grow this business. Okay, we are going to grow it. But the other thing that you have to give with that, the other thing that you have to wrap yourself around with this, when you say that there is an I in team, when you say that team has an I in it, is that you as their coach have to also accept by default that the people that you have on your team want to be there and that they care. Okay, that you are asking people to be on your team because they want to be there, not just because McDonald's. I don't want to go home smelling like a burger. This seems like better than smelling like a burger. You want more than that. It is about more than that. And when you build that team and you acknowledge their individualism, you acknowledge what makes them an individual, you acknowledge what is going on in their world, what makes them excited to come and be a part of your world, okay? You can do amazing things. You can win championships. Your store, your business can grow. You can see and feel and have exponential growth. Exponential growth, not because of the economy, not despite all the obstacles that you face. Quite simply, despite all the obstacles you face, you and your team can have exponential growth. And you all know something about obstacles, okay? You know something about challenges. And so when you accept that there is an I in team, okay, and that individual drive plays a portion, that that they want to be there, okay, they care where you're going, okay, they want to be a part of the team and they care. When you take all of that into account, okay, you can do amazing things. See, Julie just hired somebody and she started on Monday. She's so happy to be at the store. And Julie's ecstatic to have someone that's so happy to be there. Exactly. When you build a team like that, okay, when you have that individual, okay, you have the individual, okay, with the individual drive, okay, you acknowledge them as an individual, but you also envelop them in the team and why the team matters. Why where you're going matters. Okay, they will trust you. They will trust you to lead them. They will trust you to lead them. And they will go with you to reach amazing heights. They will climb every peak with you. Okay, they will do it together. They will do it together. And they will do it with you. So chew on that for tonight. Chew on that there is an I in team. There is an I in team. And you're going to do amazing things. You're going to do amazing things. Amazing things. You know what else is amazing? This video and everything I talk about. This video and everything I talk about goes over to narts.org/resale strong by noon the next day. Noon, I tell you. All the files, all the links, all the references are over there at narts.org/resale strong by noon the next day, including a direct link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yeah, ring the bell so you know when a new one drops. You can also share it with all your friends in business, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, so we can help everybody make it to the other side. I'm here streaming in the Narts private Facebook group and on YouTube every night at more 8 than ish. more 8 than ish every night. But if you have a question in between, you just email me. No matter where you are, Nebraska, Illinois, Florida, wherever you are, just email me, Neil, Neil, at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. That's how we roll. Tonight, we are on page 10 if you were not here at the top of the program. Good morning. You can make mistakes. You're going to fail. You're going to get back up. You're going to break hearts. You're going to change minds. You're going to make some noise. You got to make music. You're going to be late. Let's go. Our good night tonight is good night. You're going to fall down. You're going to be tested. You're going to learn about yourself. You're going to get brave. You're going to take stands. You're going to make waves. You're going to make history. Yes, you are. You're going to need to rest up. Rest up, people. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. We will party again. We will party in person. And when we do, I'm going to be there with you. But until then, and until tomorrow night at more 8 than ish, know that you, and you, but most importantly you, yes, you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. It's time for dinner.